Welcome into Extra Times. Interesting, we were talking before about Griezmann's first training session. And you were saying, like, that is such an intense experience because everyone's judging you. Any little thing you do.
Everything.
It's like first day at school, but for adults almost.
Yeah, and actually, it's not always about what's on the field.
Right.
It's usually everything else. Everything's designed to figure out whether you can take a joke, what upsets you. Is there any little things that really get on your nerves that we can keep digging you about?
Because players must get a little jealous as well, especially if it's someone who come in and might take their position. Like if you you would have thought that would happen more regularly, but, sure.
But actually it doesn't. I've very rarely seen it whatsoever.
Really?
Yeah.
Because when Sebi does the show, I just can't wait for him to fail. That's all I want.
Yeah, but not everybody's as obnoxious as you.
That's true. That's true.
No, that's actually not something that happens a lot.
Speaking of obnoxious, Jules, why in the Gab and Jules podcast is there no E in your name? Surely Jules has got an E in it.
I'm not sure. I think as a nickname, Jules goes without an E, but Jules is the first name. If you put an E in, like in French, like Jules, that's how you write it. So it would look a bit that maybe it's my real name with the E or something like that. I don't know. So we went for Gabs and Jules with no E's and just S at the end. And
I heard you had a big tantrum about it. Basically, you said I'm not doing this podcast if there's an E in my name. That's what we heard.
No, I didn't mind actually. So, like the producer said, "Oh, by the way, how do you want us to write the name?" And I was like, "I'm not sure."
I heard the story.
I
heard the story that Jules wasn't going to turn up if he didn't have his name first.
Like Batman. He wanted to be Batman.
The story was that Jules was going to boycott
Yeah.
unless he got his name first.
But then obviously he didn't.
Well, I don't know.
Something. There must have been a settlement that was made.
Yeah.
Oh, there's only one Batman and
Gab
Robin,
just
surely.
said, Gab just said.
Yeah. Yes,
It's alphabetical order, so it's
Okay.
sorted out pretty quickly.
Would James Rodriguez to Atleti be a good signing for Los Colchoneros? Why are you saying Atletico Madrid? Our producer
Yeah, I
said
mean-
Atletico Madrid. Surely people can work that out from Atleti and Los Colchoneros.
Yeah, they should.
I know.
They should.
Well, our producer,
is he a good?
he's new.
Is he a good signing? It depends what kind of James Rodriguez we're getting to see. If he's the one who wants to work hard and be good for the team, and he will have to under Simeone, I think yes, it's a good signing. If it's the one that we saw too much at Bayern Munich, whose attitude was not always the best in terms of, work ethic, but also on the pitch, the answer would be no. I'm always fascinated by those transfers within Madrid between Real and Atleti, and they don't always work. So I would be quite curious to see that one.
It's not going to happen, is it? They've already got João Felix, right?
He wants to go there.
Well, why does he want to? Well,
He likes Madrid.
listen, I'd love to go to Madrid. I'd love to go back to Madrid.
Well, you had a lovely
but that's
time
not
there,
going to
didn't you?
happen, is it? James has to be played in a free role.
Right.
And you've just spent over 100 million on Felix,
Yeah.
who is best in a free role. So how does that work? It's not going to work. Is Simeone going to turn into this, from this defensive-minded, strong-arm tactical guy to this open, attacking, lovely, enjoyable saga?
Do you know what I think we need to do?
What?
Dan and Stevie on the road investigates. We'll go back to Madrid.
Perfect.
We'll sort it out.
Perfect.
Right. I'm sure there's a budget for that. The podcast, would it be Stevie and Dan or Dan and Stevie?
I don't care.
Dan and Stevie
If
sounds
I
better.
can just travel around with you, Dan, that'll do.
Yeah,
Well, if you buy my beer as well.
that'd be some adventure. Anyway, final question. Is any of... Oh, no. Wait. Second to last question. Would Stevie welcome back Coutinho back to the club if
Yes.
the transfer could be done?
Yes.
He doesn't start, does he?
Listen, I've been banging on and complaining about re-signing Origi because the level drops whenever he comes on the field. Somebody like Coutinho would be perfect.
He doesn't start.
Pardon?
He doesn't start, does he?
That's not. Hey, that's Mr. Klopp's job. But the ideal situation for Liverpool is to have four guys: Firmino, Salah, Mane, and Coutinho, and then you've got to pick three of them. And actually, Coutinho, in my opinion, he did previously play as one of the three.
Right.
So he could also play there. So it's ideal for Liverpool to have somebody if he wasn't starting, to be able to bring on and the level doesn't drop.
Episode 2 of our investigation goes to Liverpool.
Yes.
Uh,
I
is
know
it?
a couple of places there as well.
I thought you might. Is any of you missing Craig Burley, the final point? Because I do.
Who? Who? No, sorry, can't
No?
place.
Does it
can't-
register?
The name rings a bell, but I can't place him.
No.
Name rings a bell.
That brings us to the end of Extra Time. We return tomorrow to continue on with this nonsense. You can always tweet us at ESPN.
Oh, is that the guy that brings in the tea?
That's the guy who's always smiling, whistling.
Oh,
a good
no,
line.
I know who you mean there.